Hey guys, we got another exciting home for you to tour today. If customizing your incentives is important to you, then this is the home you want to take a look at today with me. You'll be able to customize the upgrades that you have in here. This is a 4-bedroom, but you can go all the way up to a 6, and it's a 2-bedroom, but you have the option of doing 3. So let's go inside and take a look at what we're working with. All right. So we're gonna look at the inside here of the plan. This is plan 1, and square footage of 2,555 square foot, something like that. And right off the bat, when we come in here, you're gonna see that we have the bedroom and a bath right off the wing. So I like that. Coming inside here, pretty decent sized bedrooms. You're gonna see that with these KB homes that we're gonna be looking at in this community. They have some pretty good sizing on the bedrooms themselves. The furniture helps us kind of get an idea of what we're working with here. So you can see, you guys here, that we have the nightstand here. That kind of gives you some range of how much room you have on the side. So this is pretty decent size for just a side bedroom here. And then over back near me over here to the right, you just got a standard closet. So nothing fancy there. You'll see in the flooring down here, it's not carpet. We got the wood laminate, but again, it depends. With this model I talked about earlier, you'll be able to choose your upgrade. So you'll choose, there's different pricing for each one. Same thing as we come into the bathroom here, you'll have some options that you can choose in here as well. But today, this is what we're working with. So we're gonna look at what we're working with here with the recessed lighting up there. Little window, so we got the window and the fan. Then we got a little space right here where in this model you'd have an area right here to kind of put like an extra cabinet here to storage. And coming out here, so this long accent wall here, again, a lot of times with these walls, these walls will be extra, so we'll want to talk about that with you. And then this doesn't have this is furniture right here, so you could think about what would you put here. So I love, and hey, comment down below, what would you put? This is a great idea. I see this used a lot in the new construction, some kind of long credenza. But this also could have shoes or bookshelves. What would you put here? I'd love to hear some ideas, love to share. I always have buyers that looking for ideas, so I'd love to share that. And so right here, we got the open floor plan here, coming in closer into the kitchen here. With this model here, we're looking at some, looks like quartzite on the countertop, which I think is nice. Matching backsplash. Huge farmhouse sink here, so I love that one too. Some of them will come in with the smaller sink, which for if you're like me, that doesn't work. So, and then we've got the black, matching black, which matches with this countertop. Love what they did. Just giving you an idea of how you want to mix and match your upgrades. White with the black accessories here, hardware. Let's take a look and see how we're working with the drawers here. So we got the soft close drawers. We got the Samsung appliances. I mentioned that because I know for some people that's a big deal for them. Knowing what appliances that they get is a big deal for them. So, and I've actually had people, just because of the appliances, decide not to go with the home. I don't necessarily agree with that, but it really depends on you as the buyer, because I'm not living in the home. But to me, appliances come and go. The homes are it's the bones of the home. You're gonna have that home. These homes are built to last at least 30 years or more. So appliances are not. So that can come and go. But again, it's your choice. For this property, you know that it's gonna be Samsung on the dishwasher, Samsung on the range here. And then we got the microwave up here at the top. It is the Samsung's right down here. So Samsung on the microwave. So all Samsung appliances, and I would imagine, yep, Samsung on the fridge as well. So all Samsung appliances. This would probably be a bathroom off the wing here. And then just to give you an idea of the cabinetry, I love to pop these open just because sometimes you get surprised. This is a standard cabinet, but they're not all the same. So I like to pop them all open just so we can see what we are working with. And then I'm learning not to just assume that certain things are included. So we've got some outlets on the edge here. And believe it or not, after all this time, you still run into some builders that will leave this out. So if that's not included, you're gonna want to know to bring that up and say, hey, I want to have the outlet included on my island. We're gonna pop in here and take a look at the pantry. So this is more of a kind of stand in here and grab what you want. It's not necessarily a walk-in pantry, but stand in here and get what you need. Definitely has some shelves to work with. And then here is a little cutaway. So in this instance, they're using it more like a little shelf for maybe your wine glasses or whatnot. So you could put in, again, you could put another credenza here. So it's really up to you what you would put here. And I love this, it's just the idea of giving you a picture of what they're doing and what would you do with it. So back in here, we said it's an open floor plan. So from the kitchen, small breakfast bar to table right here. So a small breakfast bar, table, and then right on into the living room area space here, right here. And lots of lighting with the windows, huge window right here over the couch, and then more lighting off to the side in the corner there. So no bedrooms down here. Well, just one bedroom, the bedroom off to the side when we walked in. So this is a 4-bedroom, so there should be 3 more bedrooms upstairs. Let's take a look. So we're upstairs now, and they got a nice little, this is a pretty sizable loft area. I always point it out back over here by the stairs. There's times where there's certain layouts where you lean over the railing and you're waving at the people downstairs. Hey, what's going on, Gloria? And they're watching TV. So you can hear what they're watching over the railing, and they can hear what, you can't be too loud up here because they can hear what you're watching. And it could be competing noises. They're watching a game, you're trying to watch a different game. This one, there is no TV area right down here. It's way around the other side of the home, around behind the stairs here. So it gives you a level of privacy. You have more, you can have more, hear the TV much better, less noise. And so this is a great area for the kids to hang out. As you can see, little kid accessories here, little small table for the little people. This will also be a little game area. So if you play any type of games, chess, what have you, this is a great area for that. I also mentioned soccer or sports. This is a great area for us, a small little area. If you need to get away to watch the fight and just you and one of your buddies and you're having some beer, hey, this is the spot for you. And you're able to do that, and you're not really interfering with the folks downstairs with whatever they're doing. Let's take a look at some of the other rooms here. So right off the stairs here, we have our first bedroom. This is bigger than the first bedroom downstairs. I can tell by looking at the nightstands here. Look how much more room you have than you had downstairs. Those nightstands are bigger than what we saw downstairs. So pretty good size. And then back against the wall over here, you still have room for a desk or what have you, dressers, because you have the whole wall here to use. You could have 2 dressers here, one huge long dresser, room for a bookshelf. So this is the open space to be used however you like. This is a pretty good sized room. So let's go on to the other rooms. See what else we're working with here. Laundry room upstairs, which is always smart. Who wants to walk up and down stairs because they forgot something? Coming on down the hallway, another bedroom. So this would be our probably, that was the 2nd bedroom, 3rd bedroom here. And again, good size. This is probably about the same size as the other bedroom. Giving you an idea of how you might want to change up the texture of the wall so it's not so mundane. I love that. Little stripes there, stripes in there. So that's an idea. I've seen other ideas, so we'll share those as we see them. And then same thing as the other room. This whole wall area is open for you to put in more furniture. All right, let's go on to the next one. I will point out as we're going, before we head out, I love the crown molding. That kind of changes things up a little bit, so that's something for you to think about. So this would be room number, that was 1, 2, 3. This is 4 right here, but before we go in there, all the way in there, just take a quick peek at the linen closet, standard. All right, and we'll peek our heads in here. Ooh, looks like something fell down, but we'll move that out of the way here. Let's move that. Let's just set that up over here in the corner out of the way. But it's set up as a baby's room, but it's about the same size as the other rooms we just saw. About the same size. It's deceiving because of the furniture, but it's about the same size. Now, what I will point out in this room here, that's a little different, 2 windows. The other room that we were just in had 1 window. So extra light in this room, instead of just it being a wall. Before I show you the main event, let's take a look at the hall bathroom. So this is a bathroom that'll be shared with the other bedrooms up here on the 2nd floor. So tile, we got black tile. Of quartzite countertops with Jack and Jill sinks. We got the insert bathtub / shower. And you can see the light fixtures up at top. And I believe that is something you can customize as well, those light fixtures above the mirror. And now we're gonna go into the primary bedroom. So let's go take a look inside of here. So the primary bedroom, kind of tool around over here, and we got a decent sized master closet, so we'll peek in there real quick. I know a lot of the women wanna know what type of master closet they're working with, so it's a decent size. You got room for your hats, shoes, purses. Decent size there. And that wall area right here, so right over here we got a dresser, but it goes all, you have space all the way down closer. I probably wouldn't go right to the doorway, but close to that. So you have some more space there. And then you've got some more space right here. And then as we pan around back towards the bed area, so this looks like a king size bed, windows on either side. Pretty good size. You can use that as your measuring tool. Love the fans up top. This is a great idea with the accent walls. Just kind of change it up a little bit. So having these accent walls back here, and then you throw some kind of artwork on the wall, and it just changes the whole feel of the room. And crown molding never gets old up at the top there. So that crown molding up there never gets old. That's always nice. And then finally we'll walk into this final bathroom here. So you guys will follow me in here. Jack and Jill sinks on either side. Same type of lighting that we saw in the last bathroom. Private water closet, and then of course there's additional room for towels in this bathroom, so you have your own private stock of towels. And we'll close that in. Looks like they're continuing, just like the cabinets downstairs, the white on the black. So you're still seeing that. Let's pan back over here. They're going with that theme of black all the way through, so that's an idea for you. And then instead of the insert that we saw in the other bathroom, we actually have tile here. And then just a little small, low step up. You can just step right up into that. So, hey, if you're like me, you're not in the best of shape these days, it's easy to get in the shower. And then the standard black accessories, hardware again. So we'll come back out here to the passing the window. There's one window for the bathroom. And of course, they've got the exhaust fan and a window, so I like that. Every bathroom doesn't have that, so I love to point it out when we have it. And that pretty much concludes this floor plan. As we went over the pricing earlier, 4 to 5 bedrooms here we looked at today for about $486,000. So it depends on what you choose as your options, what type of upgrades you go with. But that's where we're starting at. Solar is about $13,000 to $16,000, and again, a lot of it depends on the lot, location, upgrades that you have, and then what you want done with that solar. As always, if you have questions, I love to answer them. Love answering questions. It's free to do that. Give me a call, text me, DM me, call me directly. Either way, look forward to hearing from you, and we're gonna catch you on the next tour.